1993 Alpine II Ski Doo new tracks. What an ugly job this was. Very quick summary. You gotta pull off this guy here. On one end is a short bolt, and then the rest of it's a long hollow tube that goes through and ties both the rear tracks together. So that's one. Then you got this one here, which is your forward support, but that's 4 bolts. I'll show that in a second. And then underneath right here you have 4 idler wheels, 2 per track, and they're bolted on the hull. And then you come around up here. Hang on, see if I can get some light. There we go. You can see the forward 2 bolts, as well as the one here, and then on the front the actual drive shaft. The supports bearing on this side goes through into the gearbox. Same on the other side. So you want to drain it out the drain bolt here, and after everything else is ripped out, you want to walk the drive shafts out. The fun part is it's splined into a driven chain driven gear, which sort of just floats there and is supported by the drive shafts and the bearings on either side. And on here, on this guy, where it splines in, there's 2 shims, and those shims like to disappear into the gearbox. Ask how I found out. But I managed to get it all together. As far as grease nipples, you got one here, one there, one there. Here, we got one there. We got one on the back of this one, way back there. Yeah, it's a lot of work to get this in. Absolutely horrible amount of work, but the tracks are in, and now I get to fix the front ski again. Wouldn't have been able to do it without having a way to lift the Ski Doo up in the air nose high like this. I don't think you could do it on its side. So on that side I've got a 4,000 pound 12 volt winch. Over there 2,000 pound winch, and I use the 4,000 pounder to hold the machine up and the 2,000 pounder to pull each track up and hold the track up high while I worked in the drive shafts. So you hold up the track, walk the drive shaft in, and then you get this bolt in first, then that one, idler wheels, and then there's a sway bar goes in the back there as well. So I got these tracks from these guys, GB Distribution, out of Quebec. Awesome to work with. But there's, with shipping, and shipping was actually quite reasonable, about $1,500 to get these 2 tracks on this machine. A lot of money up front, but hey, I'm going from, I think there was about 3/8 of paddles left on these old original tracks, like not much left of paddles there, to, yeah, there's a machine hanging there, a solid 3/4, almost an inch of paddle there. So gonna be fun to get this old beast back on the road. Oof, a lot of work. Spent all summer working up north, way north. 10 weeks out of town, actually more, closer to 12 weeks. Not done yet, just home for a week or 2 and then back at it again. So yeah, videos are going to be sporadic for quite a while yet.